Hello there and a warm welcome along to day 2 of the Hero Champions Trophy from Bhubaneswar in India. It's England versus Pakistan. It's game 2 for both these sides and we're live from the Kalinga Stadium. Oh, what a game this promises to be. Just ahead of this, Australia and Belgium playing out a 4-4 draw, giving Australia 1 point after England beat them in their opening game by 3-1. Belgium go to the top of the table, but England with a chance here, if they beat Pakistan, to go to the top of the pool and top Pool A. Pakistan then away to the left-hand side, and the England players coming out in white and red away to our right. Well, things really starting to get quite spicy on day 2. Some crunch games to look forward to throughout the day. And this match 2 of 4, Barry Middleton lines up alongside his England teammates, and they're their opponents, Pakistan. Some formidable names in that Pakistani side, great stick skills as well to look out for. They lost their opening game, remember, against Belgium. But we'll pause for the national anthems and then we'll be back with all the live coverage of this game between England and Pakistan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of England. Please remain outstanding for the national anthem of Pakistan. Please show your appreciation for England and Pakistan.
There we go then, it's England versus Pakistan. Great to see Sri Jul Oram, the Minister of Cultural Affairs, popping out to meet the players ahead of this game. Now the players meet each other ahead of a crunch game for both teams. So England there in the red and white against Pakistan in the white shorts and green shirts. And here is how England line up. The changing goal, Patrick Smith starts his first game of the tournament ahead of George Pinner, Henry Weir, Ashley Jackson, Michael Hoare, Mark Leghorn, Adam Dixon, all in the starting lineup alongside Barry Middleton, the captain. Tom Carson, Ian Lewis, Nick Catlin and Dan Fox making up the starting 11 for Bobby Crutchley. So a win yesterday for England, a vital win against those Australian opponents, and they won that game by 3-1. Pakistan, though, as we mentioned earlier, losing their opening game to Belgium by 2-1. Australia and Pakistan still to come. So here is how the green shirts line up. Imran Butt, the goalkeeper, Mohammed Rizwan, it's Waqas Dilba, Mahmood, Imran the captain, keep an eye out for him, number 7, Irfan Razul, Tusik, Butt and Abbas. in the starting 11 for Sheikh Shanaz. Baking hot out there. Head coach is just mopping his brow. And the heat coming up off this water-based AstroTurf, making it feel more like a sauna out there. Peter Wright is one of our umpires from South Africa, and then the Dutch umpire alongside him, Koen van Bungie. So we are all set, about 15 seconds to go until pushback. Settle down. Hope you're enjoying your weekend wherever you're watching this game, whether it's back home in England or across the globe. It's England versus Pakistan. It's day 2, it's match 2 for both these two teams.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So Mark Gleghorn to get us underway. First touch from Barry Middleton is intercepted though as he tried to make that pass through to Nick Catlin. And England will expect to pick up 3 points here, but it's not going to be easy. England ranked somewhere ahead of Pakistan, who were the lowest ranked side in this tournament, ranked 11th. England's world ranking currently 5th. Little deflection taken out of play there by Tom Carson. Already defending rather deep, England, with Gleghorn and Catlin playing up front, but you can see how deep they're sitting, right on their 23-metre line. Here's Middleton, the captain, then in midfield. Catlin with the headband, gets the better of his player, has a little bit of space now, and has Fox stretching his legs out in front of him. Dan Fox, can he keep this in play? Not quite. Goes across the baseline. It'll be a Pakistani free hit. A 16 at the head of the D. So alongside me for this game and all the games here at the Champions Trophy this December is Simon Mason, former England and Great Britain goalkeeper. Simon, another hot day out there and another mouth-watering prospect between these two sides.
Yeah, and two sides that will play very different styles at times. Pakistan in their opening game were weak in the beginning, sort of showing the lack of programme that they've had to bring into this tournament. England playing very well and taking their chances, defending stoically at times to create a platform to beat the Australians. And it's going to be interesting to see whether England can create the momentum that Belgium failed to do yesterday. Pakistan intensity such that it was difficult for them to do anything against Pakistan, and England need to make sure they handle the ball well and carry it with fluidity.
We touched a little bit on the conditions as well out there. It's got to be in the high 20s for this game as Ashley Jackson picks it up in his own half and looks to bring it forward, dumps it off to Ian Lewis, and now Weir on that far left-hand side. Are the conditions going to play a factor out there as well? Obviously Pakistan more suited to playing in these humid conditions.
Yes, they are more suited to playing in these conditions, but I think England's conditioning itself will be better, so it'll probably balance itself out, those two elements.
Jackson's ball forward to Middleton, picked up inside the D. England go for their first penalty corner. Aerial ball from Jackson, played above the head by Carson, then thumped away from Pakistan at the back towards the halfway line. That's the first chance for England in the half.
Now, this is incredibly creative by Middleton, realising he can't get the ball directly to Carson, has gone for the overhead route. Players able to play the ball above their shoulders. What you didn't see out of shot a moment after that is Middleton just kind of throwing his hands up to go, well, it was worth a shot at this stage in the game.
Yeah, why not? Good improvisation from Middleton, and England keeping the press high in the early exchanges. 4 quarters the game broken down to, so 60 minutes in total. It's slightly different to our 2 halves of 35 minutes in this tournament, and seems to have played out well so far. So 12 minutes left to play in quarter 1 as Middleton now does some defensive work. Pakistan looking to create something of their own. Good peel inside from Wakas. That was a good little bit of skill to tuck it underneath his body there to get the better of the England defenders as England look to try and counter-attack, but ball gathered by Irfan. Mohamed Irfan goes to air, finds the ball to Mahmood. No real pressure here from England as Mahmood just cuts back inside. Rashid Mahmood still going. Gets past Fox as well. Here's a 2-on-1. Good touch from Dixon. Ball's still alive and still in play. Lewis picks the pass, keeps his cool. Gleghorn then down the sideline. Interception ball taken by Mohamed Tusik, and still driving forward. Dixon again steps forward, and Gleghorn again in possession. This is Jackson. A little bit scrappy in that 23-metre zone for Pakistan, unable to put an attack together as Catlin leads towards the ball and tries to make something of England's attempt going forward.
And if you look at that 30 seconds of play, I mean, it sums up what England need to not do. Pakistan will want to play in those high zones, and they've got the individual skill to create the eliminations. They haven't got the pace over distance to really drive forward. So England need to make sure that they make quick decisions to move the ball out of their defensive 25-30 metre zone and get forward through midfield.
Pakistan, of course, were the bronze medalists in 2012 when the Champions Trophy was last played in Melbourne. Australia going on to win the title and beating, well, Pakistan on the way to the final. The commitment shown there by England. Middleton coming crashing down, looked for the free hit, but no, says the umpire. Play on, and Pakistan have the ball in the centre of midfield. They'll look to change the angle and try and get the ball up into the England shooting circle. That the D that both teams have to shoot from within if the goal is going to stand. We've seen plenty of excitement throughout the day when the fans new to hockey here in Bhubaneswar getting a bit excited when the ball was going in and hitting the backboard from outside the circle. So any newcomers to hockey must score from inside the circle away to our left and right hand side. Just under 10 minutes left to play. England 0, Pakistan 0 if you're joining us. Chance here then for Pakistan to weave their magic. Little deflection touch from Jackson, took it away from the Pakistan attacker. It's Mohammed Rizwan. Had the ball cut out to him. Here's Mahmood. Leghorn tackling back. Mahmood driving forward and wins the free hit. Rashid Mahmood gets his eyes up.
Third man obstruction blown as Leghorn came forwards. Two Pakistanis as they interchange positions. First and foremost, we'll see the ball across the circle. Jackson on his nose, committed to team defence. And England are going to need to do that all the way through this game if they're going to get outcomes. Pakistan quite happy to throw men forwards, and their elimination skills, some of the best in the world.
That was Whiteman with the ball down the left-hand flank, back in the squad after injury. Remember, he broke his thumb in the early part of the World Cup earlier this year. Took him a long time to recover. Unfortunately missed the Commonwealth Games, but is back in action here at the Champions Trophy. Good aggressive tackling back there too from David Condon. Pakistan have the ball inside their own half. Ball forward from Mahmood Irfan. No, opts to come back. Why not mix it up a bit?
And that man who's just delivered, the Pakistani captain Mahmood Imran, as he hobbled off at the end of the game against Belgium with a calf strain. So we're unknown whether that was actually a calf strain or just cramp at that stage of the game. Not the fittest man in international hockey, I have to say, but no ill effects right now. But will it impede his mobility as this game progresses?
He's certainly an influential player, despite being the oldest player in the Pakistani setup. Did score yesterday as well, despite that 2-1 loss. Pakistan then looking for all 3 points here against England. England just sitting back in this half-court press shape at the moment and inviting Pakistan forward. A good step again in front of his man by Barry Middleton. Restart taken by Mohammed Umar Bhutta. And that'll be England ball on this near touchline. There's Ward. 2 goals yesterday for him in England's opening game. A great start to his Champions Trophy campaign and his England career. Trots on upfield in that white headband. Jackson in the meantime to Condon. Back to Jackson. Nice series of short passes from England early on in this first quarter. Just getting everyone a touch, getting everyone settled. Jackson gets his eyes up again and is looking for lead runs in front of him. Had Fox alongside him to the right-hand side. And England, if they wish, can fire this straight into the circle because it's outside the 23-metre zone. Here's Lewis. Slap forward and into that left-hand corner. Not the easiest place to get it across and into the D from. Whiteman turned inside out there by the skills of Kadir, Mohammed Aslan Kadir.
Well, tactically, England just have to be careful because they were throwing halfbacks high up the pitch.
And here come Pakistan, their first aggressive attack of the half. Inside the circle now, Pakistan to take the lead. Ball comes down, and a good save from Smith, who's in goal today. Patrick Smith, the England goalkeeper, going to ground and denying Pakistan on that near post. It's going to be a free hit outside the D, but inside the 23. England then back back in numbers, all 11 white shirts behind the ball. That ball comes directly in because it was just outside the 23 metres. Middleton won the ball, wanted the advantage, gives Pakistan the chance to get the numbers behind. Whiteman now on this right-hand side. Back to Lewis. Fox over there on the left. Almost in indoor-style hockey, just keeping the passes short, moving the Pakistani front line. Jackson sitting very deep as he throws that ball in to Griffiths. Another newcomer here in the England squad, and almost had his chance there to get his shot off on goal. There's Brogdon, who scored yesterday as well. Backstick shot, takes a deflection, came Ward's way. It wasn't the cleanest of strikes by David Condon. Came towards Ward's head, actually. Let's see how close this was to going in.
It's the second phase play, super play here. Brogdon picking it, getting his feet around. Condon just doesn't get his hands low enough. The ball's too close to his feet to execute a decent reverse. It's only a couple of feet in front of him. Sam Ward then trying to do what his poacher's skills dictate him as being good for, touching that towards goal.
Great reactions. It was only 5 yards away or so from Ward when he let that one rip, Condon. But those are the shots that England need to get on target, and those are the chances they need to convert. 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Still England 0, Pakistan 0. Back in Pakistan defensive territory. Condon just pressing a little bit higher here now. And they've cut off that route back to the right-hand side, but Pakistan wiggle away out. And England pressing up into about a three-quarter press now. Little touch there, takes it for a sideline ball.
Yeah, and earlier on, Mike, you were mentioning that England were being patient in defence. Exactly right. Because what it means is they can draw Pakistan out from their deep defence and create the spaces that they've now got.
Bearded Catlin over the ball, plays the ball out through the England defence, and even Jackson back there. This is Lewis, who's got a deceptive ball into, well, it was a nothing ball really in the end, into the circle. Thought he was going to slap that one, just open the wrist a little on it and look for a deflection. In the end, a soft pass into the circle, and Pakistan will now have possession back.
Yeah, it's a prime example of when a player at any level makes a decision about what they want to do, what the potential outcome is going to be. As Lewis had cut in field, there was a 45-degree ball across the circle. Nobody ran for it, and he ended up just flipping the pass that he wanted to give, but to nobody.
Important game, let's remember, for England. Remember, a draw played out between Belgium, who beat Pakistan yesterday, and Australia, who lost to England yesterday. So Belgium, for now, top of the pool. All made up of Australia, Belgium, England and Pakistan. Pakistan the 3 times winner of the Champions Trophy. But England here with a win would give themselves a really strong chance of playing in the top half of the draw. Slap ball forward from Lewis, finds Whiteman, now he's got a bit of space. Finds the baseline now as well, and drive forward from Griffiths, taken across the baseline. Wasn't deliberate by Zoe Ashraf, and it'll be a long corner for England. Quickly taken by Brogdon. Here's Ward inside the circle now and tries to get his shot off, but blocked by the first line of Pakistan defence. Ball now at the back, recycling the ball through Lewis. Whiteman again.
And this second phase, third phase, fourth phase play from England is what is going to really punish Pakistan physically. If they can hold, if your opponent holds the ball for long periods of time, even if they're not going anywhere, you still have to continually adjust 2, 3, 4, 5 metres sideways. And that puts pressure through the quads and the hamstrings and the glutes, having to bounce across channels. Really tiring.
It's headband frenzy down there in that top corner for England, with Catlin and Ward giving chase, but now a chance for Pakistan to break, but a good cover tackle from Michael Hall. Gets a nudge in the back that takes him to the ground, and he's up, and Jackson takes the quick restart. Gleghorn now gets his eyes up. Here's Griffiths. Great little touch there to dink it over the stick of the last defender. Drives it along the baseline now. Here come England looking to get the opening goal, and Griffiths unable to get through there. Ended up going onto a flat stick, and this is Rasool bringing it out for Pakistan. Overlapping run too. Jackson does the cover tackle back. Doing the legwork here, England. Quick restart, and the umpire wants that taken from where the offence took place, so just outside. There it is.
Yeah, Chris Griffiths coming along the baseline well, but he just didn't get the final chance, final touch to go past Pakistan captain Imran.
Again, England sitting deep.
Now, what has been evident in this first quarter is Pakistan's desire to take free hits with as much advantage as possible. So when the whistle is going, even if the ball is moving forwards, they're quite happy to just try and take the free hit from where the play has ended up, not where it originally was. And England have to be careful to A, not get caught up in that, so get caught out by that, but just to point out to the umpires where the free hit's taken every time, so if there's any unfair exploitation of that space, if they're aware of it.
Here comes Catlin over the 23-metre line, ball in front to Brogdon on the reverse stick shot, takes it, deflection goes in off Gleghorn, and they're going to ask for the referral here. Gleghorn convinced 100% that that came in off the stick, and he reckons that's a goal. Is this England 1, Pakistan 0? Let's find out. Let's go to the video referral.
Just indeed the question. Yep.
So did it come off the stick or the body is the question which umpire Koen van Bungie has asked.
What I think you'll find is it comes off the grip, which is why there was no click of contact. It's come off the grip into the turf. Does it hit his shoe on the way through? It hits his stick first. That's the handle of his stick in front of his body, which is why it sounds so soft. I don't think that hits anything else. I think that's a goal.
I agree. There's a reverse stick shot from Brogdon, scored yesterday, tees up Gleghorn for this one, and we think that came off the grip of the stick. Umpire obviously can analyse it as slowly as he needs to, but certainly from that angle, it looks as though England have taken the lead here.
It does indeed. The whistle was quick, and it would have been given because of the sound. The umpires will hear what's going on, and if that's grip of stick, it sounds like a fleshy thud rather than the click of carbon on the ball. And you can understand why with Gleghorn's movement, but from our replay, that certainly looks like that's a goal.
Now the video umpire will just want conclusive proof that that was stick. There's the handle of the stick. Gleghorn's hand, body, completely out of the way, deflects into the ground, and that was the other thing we were checking, whether it was deflected off the body and into the back of the goal.
What is it? Goal?
And the decision,
you may award the goal.
There is the decision from umpire Nell, and England lead. So there we go. We went to the video referral, but that tip-in from Mark Gleghorn is given, and England take the lead inside the first quarter here. It's England 1, Pakistan 0. So just over 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Let's take another look at it. Slightly slowed down for you. It was a brilliant ball forward to find Brogdon, and Gleghorn completely unmarked on the far post. Comes in off the handle of his stick. And after a video referral, England awarded the goal.
Oh, what's interesting, sometimes in those situations, you can tell from players' reaction what things are, but 3 of the Pakistani defensive line actually all appealed for the fact it hit the body, and we see it didn't. So even the players themselves uncertain in that situation. So our technology really paying dividends.
It certainly is. Good work to the camera crews as well, catching those pictures there, and then the video umpire for analysing it. And it's great to have those lines of communication between video umpire and the umpires out on the pitch. Inside the final few seconds of quarter 1 then, England with possession deep in their own half, and Pakistan quite happy to sit off. They'll have to go back to the drawing board going into quarter 2. There'll be a 2-minute break between the quarters, so time for a quick cup of tea. We'll analyse the first quarter. At the end of it, England lead, and they lead by a goal to 0. So both England and Pakistan trot off to their benches to listen to what their coaches have to say. Your thoughts on that first half performance from England's perspective, first of all, Simon?
I think they showed really good patience. The build-up was composed, Jackson leading back to give simple passes into midfield. Pakistan didn't really offer very much at all. If we were to get a possession stat for that, I think England would dominate in pretty much every single area.
From Pakistan's point of view, I guess they've got to go back to the drawing board. There's their coach just having a few words. Sheikh Shanaz and Crutchley as well, the coach of England, has got the whiteboard out again. But I agree, England keeping possession well in that first quarter and scoring right at the death of the first quarter as well, but still a long way to go. 3 quarters of the game to go, 3 quarters of 15 minutes, and we'll have all that live coverage. Pakistan will not give up the ghost here. So make sure you stay tuned for the remaining 45 minutes. There's Jackson, who was sitting rather deep, as you alluded to there, just playing those balls in and out, but a great spell of possession. That was certainly frustrating Pakistan. So can England keep the momentum going into the second quarter, or will Pakistan bounce back with an answer of their own? No clear-cut shooting chances. There was just that one low save from Patrick Smith in the first half for England, and we'll get the second quarter underway. So, restart from England. England playing from left to right if you're just joining us for the second quarter. A 15-minute spell to take us up to half-time now. England in possession in the red and white, and they're a goal up as well through Mark Gleghorn. Ali Brogdon delivering the ball far post for Gleghorn to tip in. Catlin goes to the ground, managed to keep possession though and tap it back towards Hoare. Hoare now to Fox on this right-hand flank. Had Whiteman outside him, but just floats one into Middleton. Changed his run, and Catlin now just in behind the back of the defence. He'll get the shot off here. Catlin all the way around. Tight angle, goes through the keeper's legs. An absolute shocker from the goalkeeper. Catlin made the run off Middleton's lovely through ball, and England extend their lead here. It's England 2, Pakistan 0. Well, almost like a scene from Sparta here as he burrowed through the defence.
A great reverse pass from Middleton. Catlin gets his eyes up and just tries to get it across goal. Imran Butt gets himself in all sorts of trouble. Doesn't get his left foot across, almost trips himself up, his right foot leading towards the ball. All his weight is in his backside, he's falling away. Just about everything out of the goalkeeping textbook that you don't want to do. But look at the support from Gleghorn on the back post. If Catlin had missed, Gleghorn would have tapped it in to an open net.
Nick Catlin, first goal of the tournament for him. It's England's second of this game. Catlin extending England's lead on 16 minutes.
Well, Pakistan being made to pay for the tactics they employed. They did exactly the same against Belgium. Their first quarter was something close to dreadful. There was no intensity, little enthusiasm, very low ball speeds. And England did the same to them as Belgium did, just turned the screws slowly and progressively, got that first goal, and then the start of this second quarter doubled that lead.
Great time to score for England. Pakistan have to come back and come back strong if they're going to keep within touching distance. As things stand, England will go to the top of the table. Australia and Belgium playing out a 4-4 draw ahead of this game. Still plenty more hockey to look forward to throughout the day as well here in Bhubaneswar. Games between Germany and Netherlands. That's a 5:30 local time start. And then the evening game featuring the hosts taking on Argentina. It's Argentina versus India at 7:30 local time. We'll have a full stadium for that one. Sunday afternoon here, sun beating down, plenty of school and college kids in watching the game, and then the hardcore fans joining us later this evening for that crunch game between India and Argentina. India having lost 1-0 last night. The final minute Germany scored. England looking to score again, having already put 2 past Pakistan. Good cover tackle again from Hoare, taking that one out for a sideline ball, which is taken by Abbas.
What's going to be crucial for England's success during this game, A, is obviously not to allow Pakistan back in, but they're going to do that with the midfield running. It's the options the midfield give to the defensive line. Pakistan will probably try and go long, eliminate one-on-one in the final third. England will win the ball back quite a number of times with some good solid tackling, but if they then have no out passes, nothing into the midfield, Pakistan can then re-exert their authority. And Imran Butt is paying the penalty for his nutmeg as we see the goalkeepers changing. Effectively, Alan Sugar-esque, you've been fired.
Yeah, you are the weakest link. So a change of goalkeepers for Pakistan. Amjad Ali comes on for Imran Butt. 12 minutes to play in this first half. Another chance here. Whiteman puts that one on the plate, chipped over the goalkeeper. And what about that? The first touch for Amjad Ali will be to retrieve the ball from his own goal. Pakistan trail here by 3-0. A daft touch there from David Condon to make it 3. The England fans up on their feet, and the England camp smiling wide, because it's England 3, Pakistan 0. Was that the time to change their goalkeeper? Well, clearly not.
Well, it's a lack of midfield marking. So it is a deft touch, exactly as you said, from Condon, past the right shoulder of Ali as he commits. Had to come out, probably caught himself a little bit deep. If you look at the tracking defence from Tusik, he is nowhere near Condon. Ali should have read that and be 5 metres higher. The interchange of play, superb from England, but it's just poor marking from Pakistan and the green shirts.
Well, this is relentless from England. 19 minutes in, they lead by 3 goals to 0. .5 minutes to play. England 3, Pakistan 0. Pakistan will have to chase this game, and that'll give England chance to counter-attack as and when they pick up the ball. A lovely touch from Jackson, just dragged it onto the foot there, and that's why England have possession back. Well, we saw Australia go 3 goals ahead against Belgium. That one finished 4-4. So this game far from over. Do not relax. Do not think England have the 3 points in the bag. It's not normally how the game goes.
The difference that it will make for England is the ability to just be slightly more composed in their passing. They don't actually have to rush anything now. They've got control of this game. As long as the midfield and the forwards keep communicating, the rotation stays good to create the extra space. Pakistan will struggle to cope with those interchanges. They didn't use their bench in immense amount of depth yesterday, which suggests a lack of confidence from the coach and some of the less experienced players. And that in itself will mean it plays into England's hands from an intensity perspective.
Well, a win here for England will all but see them through because of that draw between Australia and Belgium. Because their final game is against Belgium, who are currently on 4 points. So if they win here against Pakistan, they'll go on to 6 points. Australia stranded down the bottom half of the table with just 1 point. Good dive from Jackson, beaten though, and here come Pakistan inside the circle now. And you just see England back there in numbers. There was a sea of white shirts, 5 or 6, as Hoare brings it out and forces the free hit, which he wins against Dilba. Seems to be a good level of communication back here for England.
Yeah, Jackson trying to get in front and front mark, doing well to get out of the way of it. Now watch the foot. Oh, we can't see the foot on the replay. It's great defensive awareness to get feet out the way of the pullback pass.
Abbas stranded in midfield, and it's just a bit stagnant at the moment from Pakistan. They have a chance to get around the back here though, and they're looking to get one back. They trail by 3, and there were 2 green shirts in there diving at the ball. Wakas on the ground there, unable to get a touch and steer it towards the goal of Patrick Smith.
Well, we talked about Henry Weir happy to put his body on the line, and Michael Hoare's run past to create some space, and 2 green shirts ending up on the floor. There didn't seem to be any contact. In the last game that we watched, Australia versus Belgium, the first 15 was something like a wrestling match in the circles. That's not the case on that moment.
Yeah, I was going to say, a bit like Rocky. One with Dolph Lundgren and is it Rocky 4? I think it was a bit like that, toe to toe. Lundgren and Stallone going toe to toe. Not quite as physical out there in this game between England and Pakistan, and England with their noses in front rather comfortably. Goals from Gleghorn, Catlin and Condon inside the first half. So 8.5 left to play. Route 1 to ball or to goal from Pakistan, wins them a free hit on the 23-metre line. Slapped in towards goal, and there was another chance there. That was Zoeb Ashraf, who was outstretched and couldn't quite get a touch on it. Tried to keep it in play, but the ball finding a way through.
It does. Paddy Smith reads it though. Look at Paddy Smith's goalie position as it's gone. There's almost impossible to get that deflection back on goal. But in doing so, he just makes sure if there's a bizarre edge, he's in the right place.
Bit of a nothing ball in the end. Tension was good. That's how England scored their second goal, just a floated ball in behind Pakistan defence. Again, Catlin, the scorer of that second goal, looks to try and break through. Willers will leave the ball for Jackson. Here's Middleton looking for the 1-2 with Catlin. Takes it onto his reverse stick, takes the shot and looks for another deflection. It's gone in. And did Middleton get the final touch? I think he did, going on the other players' reactions. We've got Ward over there who celebrates.
Yeah, I think Sam Ward leads towards the ball to try and get the deflection. In doing so, confuses the defence and the goalkeeper in front, and I think that goes straight through, possibly off the goalkeeper's outstretched left foot. Middleton to his backhand, pulls it across goal. Ward tries, it's not Ward, it's the goalkeeper's left foot as he extends. Ward doesn't get the touch. The goalie's gone left-footed and heeled it inside the goal. I don't think Ward's claiming that at all. That's goalkeeper's left foot as he goes for that. He touches it. Chinese cut between his own legs.
So it'll go down as Middleton's goal if it came in off the foot, as you say. We'll get confirmation of the goal scorer there for you. Did it get a touch from Ward? Well, we think so at the moment on 23 minutes, but we'll double check that for you. 4-0 either way. Well, did England expect this when they woke up this morning? I'd say yes. Within the England camp, they're very confident. Staying in a Indiana Jones style hotel just up the road and exploring every nook and cranny of the pitch out here in Bhubaneswar. 4-0 against Pakistan. Game 2 going England's way. Defensive cutout there by Shah. Played Shah, quick to react, but it's all England at the moment and they're buzzing around Pakistan like flies. There's plenty of those out here.
There are indeed, and whilst you asked the question, Mike, did England expect this? I think they'd expect the result. I'm not sure they would have expected the manner of the result at this moment in time. Dominating play all around the pitch. Pakistan struggling to just get a stick on the ball. England's small pattern interchange through midfield, particularly on turnover, has been outstanding. The ball carrier having support not only behind him for an easy out ball, but it's the overlapping run, the change of direction of the support play that gives the passing options.
Line ball on to Jackson. Jackson weaving his magic. And forced back here though, and just plays the safe ball, the 100% ball back to Lewis. Ball over on the far side. Back to Lewis. Route one ball to Middleton. He gets crunched and swept off his feet. Double team, tag team on Barry Middleton, the England captain. And Pakistan have conceded a penalty corner. This a reckless challenge, and are we going to see a card as well?
We have a yellow card for 6, Rashid, who's gone to ground and dived in. Kern van Bunga with absolutely no doubt. Ball to Middleton, and we just see him cleaned out. It's dangerous play. Actually, I think it's possibly Toshik who's been given his yellow because he's gone to ground and taken Middleton's legs nowhere near the ball. A defender can't. That's dangerous play. So Toshik, having had green and yellow yesterday in the first game, I believe, picks up a straight yellow in this game.
Well, he's collecting them for fun. England's first penalty corner of the game. This to make it 5 from the head of the D. Jackson does just that. 5 of the best for England, all inside the first half. It's England 5, Pakistan 0. Well, Pakistan punished straight away, down to 10 men, conceded the penalty corner. Ashley Jackson gets his first goal of the tournament.
Toshik getting punished for his yellow card. Jackson making it look just, that's imperious with the delivery. Pick, long drag, 2 steps, whips it through Ali's right hand. There's no real pressure on him. Number 1 runners jumping out the way, as opposed to the flat, low barrier that we've seen from so many of the other teams here. Given all the time in the world to deliver the flick, that's what he does best.
1 from 1 for England from the penalty corners. Ashley Jackson converting on 25 minutes. That is now 5-0 to England. Dream start. Realistically, do we see Pakistan coming back into this game? Another goalkeeping change. Imran Butt, who started the game, was brought off after conceding a second through his legs from Nick Catlin, is now going to return to the game because his opposite number, Amjad Ali, has now conceded 3 goals. From goalkeeper's perspective, it's not what you want to see, really. It doesn't give you, it doesn't fill you with confidence.
It doesn't, and on this we've heard a comment that's gone round, is that Pakistan might be wishing they had 3 goalkeepers.
So 5-0, 5 minutes remaining in the first half.
But to go back to that goalkeeper question, I mean, you've subbed your first choice goalie to start with because he's not having a great day. That immediately affects his confidence. It doesn't matter how confident you are, that still plays in your mind.
Brogdon just looked to tuck that one under the body and try and get into the circle himself. Instead, it's gone off for a sideline ball and England come back through Whiteman and now Lewis. England at the moment being given too much room by Pakistan, and they're optimising every moment they have on the ball. Here's Middleton again, who earned the first penalty corner for England. Jackson converted it. Little ball into Brogdon again. No height in the Pakistan attack, and they're having to build from their own half, which is almost impossible. Now a chance, having won the free hit, to stretch the game a little.
Well, it's a great little twist and turn past Lewis, and there was space there for Butter. Wasn't able to exploit it because of the contact. And Pakistan was struggling. They were looking like they were a man short even when they had a full contingent out on the pitch. What they need to do now is handle the ball well. They need to recycle it. What they're doing is dribbling into contact, and because England have got that extra man, they can just block up play. Pakistan need to just simply turn and look lateral across the pitch to find any kind of space, because if England's press isn't secure, that's when they'll start to pay dividends.
Yeah, England still with that extra player after Mohamed Tusek was sent off for that challenge on Barry Middleton. He's still got some time remaining in the sin bin. So England looking to capitalise on that and take advantage of the extra man. Don't really need to use too much energy up here. They've got their noses well in front. 5 goals if you're just joining us. Goals for Gleghorn, Catlin, Condon, Brogdon, and waiting to hear whether it's Middleton or Ward who got the final touch on England's 4th goal. But 5 in total on the day with 3 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yeah, as Jackson drives in here, Dixon's just held his position slightly before our replay. He just checks the Pakistani fullback, and in doing so creates a channel for Jackson to run into. Obstruction called because you can't unfairly get in somebody else's way.
Pakistan driving forward. It'll be a free hit, which will be brought out to the 5-metre dotted line. The ball must now move 5 metres. Self-pass and along to the baseline, kept alive. There was no foul there, says the umpire, who's Peter Wright over on the far side. Inside the final few minutes now of this second game for these two teams. A loss yesterday for Pakistan against Belgium, a win yesterday for England against Australia, and England looking to string together back-to-back wins. Their final game will be against Belgium in the pool stages, and that'll take place after tomorrow's rest day. Players getting Monday off, and we'll be back to business as usual on Tuesday. The England game starting 2 o'clock in the afternoon local time.
England handling the ball fantastically well through the midfield channels. Pakistan just not getting a sniff of it at all.
Here is Dixon now to Lewis out wide. And the ball comes forward, or in fact back from Weir in the end. Now into the midfield with Dixon. Nice little swivel there, had some time on the ball. Brogdon can't quite gather it, and now Pakistan rebuild through Kadir.
Well, and that's what England just got to be sure of. What Brogdon tried to do there was just a little deflection infield to Condon. And they don't need to do that. That's kind of champagne hockey, just those little touches and deflections. What they've done so well is they've got it, they've stopped it, they've made a simple pass. It's worked really well for them. Lewis deciding he'll play off Paddy Smith twice.
Oh yeah, Smith getting involved. He's just had that one save to make in the first half, and that didn't really trouble him too much. Catlin now, great ball forward to Gleghorn, who got the opening goal here for England inside the final minute of this first half. It's been one-way traffic, and a penalty corner here awarded. A deliberate foot there from Syed Shah. Gleghorn wins the penalty corner for England. Now can Ashley Jackson step up and take it? Just seeing if he's on the pitch. I don't think he is. I think he's already made his way to the bench. But here's how the penalty corner was conceded.
Deliberate foot as the ball goes past. That's just blatantly obvious. Pakistan losing their composure and their discipline. That's a kick towards there. And Gleghorn immediately going, well, you can't let that go.
Wrong sport. So Pakistan already with a player in the sin bin and suffering here with that man down. So no Ashley Jackson on the pitch. We've got Gleghorn and alongside him Carson. Can it be 2 from 2 from England? Good save this time from Gleghorn's flick. The follow-up flick goes through from Carson, but cleared off the line. Middleton then has a crack, and England just couldn't bury it in the back of the goal. Pakistan defence standing strong, and much better goalkeeping. A confidence-boosting save in the end from Imran Butt.
Well, Imran Butt is signalling out of shot that he needs the umpire to stop the game because that's hurt him. I think he's got down on that and has hit him in the midriff somewhere. The second phase follow-up wasn't clean. Carson probably needed to slap it rather than flick it.
Yeah, first shot was on target as well, so Carson trying to lift it over the goalkeeper. Whiteman now drives the ball forward. Final passage of play for England as they go in search of their third penalty corner. Ball just played down the left foot there by Pakistan, and the time will bleed off the clock. And there is the hooter that signifies half-time, and what a half it's been for England. 5 goals in it, and they lead here in their second match at the Hero Champions Trophy. It's England 5, Pakistan 0. So England take a breath, and we get a chance to catch ours as well. Goals and goals galore for Barry Middleton's England as they lead on day 2 here against Pakistan. Pakistan ranked 11th in the world, remember, up against England, ranked 5th. And what a game this is. And England will be very happy going into the dressing room at half-time, as will coach Bobby Crutchley. Well, Pakistan, where do they go from here? 5 goals, I think too much of an ask. Nothing much for Patrick Smith to do there in that first half. Good welcome for him. Let's see if he can keep a clean sheet in the second half. At half-time, England 5, Pakistan 0. Welcome back to the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar in India. It's the Hero Champions Trophy, and at half-time between England and Pakistan, it's 5-0 to England. Their confirmation of all the scorers. Gleghorn opening England's account, Catlin adding a second, before Condon, Middleton and Jackson from a penalty corner added their names to the score sheet. So 5 separate scorers for England. Let's take you through those highlights, starting with that reverse stick cross from Brogdon, which was touched in by Mark Gleghorn. Went to video referral, coming in off the handle there. The Pakistan players thinking that that came off Gleghorn's body. No doubt about the second, right through the legs of goalkeeper Imran Butt. And Nick Catlin adding his name to the score sheet. Little dink over the goalkeeper. A substitution in the Pakistani goal. This time it was Amjad Ali that was beaten by that touch from Condon. Reverse stick shot came in from Middleton. Some debate whether that took a deflection off Sam Ward, but after careful review, Middleton awarded the goal, came in off the goalkeeper's pads and goal bound. Jackson then got a fifth, keeping it low to the keeper's right, giving him no chance. That the perfect execution after Middleton earned the penalty corner. So England 5 to the better at half-time. And a real goal fest there. England's 8 shots in total, so a great conversion rate. 7 circle penetrations, dominating possession as well with just under 60%, and 1 from 2 penalty corners converted. Simon Mason, former England and Great Britain goalkeeper, alongside me in the commentary box. Your assessment of that first half, a dominating performance from England.
I'm surprised that the Pakistan possession stats as high as it is. England have torn Pakistan apart in pretty much all areas. It was an important early save from Patrick Smith in the England goal, but since that first goal at the end of the first quarter, England have just stepped up and found 2 or 3 more gears that Pakistan have been unable to cope with.
That's Ian Lewis, lonely figure, just walking to his goal, getting ready for the second half. Gleghorn, Ward operating up front. There's Middleton, the heart of the England camp and the engine in midfield. Very convincing start to this game, and just what England ordered, really. A winning start against Australia yesterday, and now Pakistan, well, they could be on the end of an absolute thrashing here. They trail 5-0. It could easily be more as we set up and get ready for the second half. Just about 2 minutes to go now until the second half begins. We can head down pitch side and get some reaction from the England camp with Bobby Crutchley. He's with Dubai and Sen.
Bobby, most of the boxes have been ticked, I suppose. 5-0 at halftime, couldn't have asked for much more.
Yeah, we're delighted with obviously the scoreline. We started a bit sluggishly, but then we got into our stride and actually scored some really good goals, so we're pleased about that. Challenge for us is to keep going and keep trying to push it and try and keep playing some good hockey. Pakistan, I think, will come back at us, so that's a challenge that we've got to face that. But as we know, this tournament's about getting better as you go through it, not playing your best hockey now. It's about getting better all the time, and that's what we're looking to do.
You've had a good calendar year, and I suppose one of the big aims from this tournament would be to get some of the younger players playing well, and from that perspective, somebody like Sammy Ward must be a lot of, good news for you. Yeah,
we've got a couple of players like Sam and Chris Griffiths who are new to this, and that's what's good. It gives them a chance to see it, but you're right, we had a good calendar year, but we want to expand the group, and that's why those kind of guys are here as well, but they're pretty good as well, so we're pretty confident in them.
All the best for the second half.
Thank you.
Great to hear from the coach ahead of this game. England already set up and away to our left-hand side. Pakistan just huddled together as well. Just a minute or so left to play then, and we'll be back underway. So 2 quarters of hockey remaining. 30 minutes of hockey, 2 periods of 15 minutes to be played out. England away to our right-hand side. Smith keeps his place in goal for the second half. Started today's game ahead of George Pinner, so Crutchley rotating his goalkeepers in these first 2 games. There's Jackson, he scored England's 5th. Whiteman there, also heavily involved in the build-up, and Barry Middleton showing his skill for England's 4th. 5-0 then, England lead going into the second half, and it'll be Pakistan to get us underway, playing from left to right in the green shirts and white shorts. Here we go then, the crowd will be invited to count us in to this second half. We'll be at full capacity for the final game of the night, which involves India and Argentina. Back to Pakistan and England. Here's the restart then for the second half, and Pakistan trail by 5-0. Bronze medalists from the 2012 Champions Trophy, beating India in that bronze medal match in Melbourne. 2 years ago. And Pakistan will look to start fast here. Little slip down there in the bottom right-hand corner from Mohammed Rizwan. Gets that cross in flat and hard and picked up in front of the goalkeeper well and under control by Henry Weir. Good early threat from Pakistan, and that's just the sort of pressure that they need to put on England in this second half. Here they come again, driving across the 23-metre line. England back in numbers and will be alert to the danger and know that it's far from over. Despite leading by 5-0, another important touch from Weir again, takes it away from goal. Catlin now has Weir in support, but 3 green shirts around him. A good start from Pakistan.
Yeah, it was a better start from Pakistan. Ball crashed in once again. Henry Weir leading in front, recognising that he can't try and trap that clean, so deflecting it away from danger off the stick of Wakas. Yeah, Pakistan stepping up into that high left-hand channel. We'll have to see if they can continue to do that consistently through the course of this game.
Brogdon plays the square ball into Catlin, but just has that robbed off him on the 23-metre line. Where can Pakistan improve in this game? Because we saw dominance from England possession-wise and obviously goal-wise as well. There you can see that. Pakistan come forward again. Another ball floated forward, and they look more aggressive in this second half, that's for sure.
Well, there's just a degree more certainty. It's as if in that half-time period you can just forget about what's gone on previously and quite simply go, right, okay, let's restart. Let's almost ignore where we are right now and focus on doing what we do best. In the first half, the emotions would have taken it away from them.
Great ball, one-on-one here. The reverse stick shot taken and fluffed way over the bar. Not only has it cleared the bar of the goal, it's gone over the fence, and that's somewhere in the heart of Bhubaneswar. Not sure we'll find that one. Griffiths off target with this shot.
Well, the ball through is delightful. Griffiths has led laterally behind the last fullback, got his feet round, but he's just hit that with the toe of his stick down into the turf. And in doing so, as you say, that's a sand wedge over the back fence. And he looks out of camera shot, Riley to the sky, which is exactly where the ball's gone.
So England back in possession, again in their half with Fox and Lewis at the back. Jackson over here on the near touchline has Catlin infield with a bit more space now and thought about moving the ball right, but instead England retaining possession, and that's all they have to do here in the third quarter. Lewis again slaps that ball forward to Weir. 2 good early touches from Weir in this second half. There's Brogdon, who played that ball through moments ago to Griffiths. Again, just tucks one under the arm of Mahmood, wins the free hit, which he leaves for Weir. Into the circle now, a little chip from Griffiths. Confident play from the youngster, making his debut out here. Remember, Chris Griffiths plays his club hockey for East Grinstead, just 24 years of age and already having an impact in this England squad. Ball down the line was on, but Fox had it covered.
Perhaps he was alluding to the development of some of those younger players. A questioning from Dubai and San asking about, oh my word, Jackson's that stolen.
2-on-1 here at the back for Pakistan. They'll take it on their reverse stick, and it's a block in the end from Lewis from that shot from Rizwan. After England gave away possession, was that the right decision? 2-on-1, they could have worked it around the final England defender. Instead, Rizwan taking the shot, and Pakistan still have possession outside the England circle though. Now they come out and have to try and play the ball around as Griffiths gets the Pakistani players heads down. Here's Irfan, now sprays the ball out to Butt. Route 1 ball in, looking for the deflection. Again parried away, this time by Whiteman. That first time tap, taking it away from the P spot. So loading those far posts, looking for the deflection. Definitely a change of tactic here. They're trying to crunch the ball in to the heart of the England circle. No success as yet, still 5-0 in England's favour. Here's that change of angle again though. And great tackle from Middleton. Weighs up his options, comes through Brogdon. Midfield is open, oh dear. Not sure what that was from Brogdon. He's given the ball away. And here was Rizwan, who had that chance a moment ago. Dilba. Jackson's back there, low, and forces the long corner.
Good defending from Jackson as he moved his feet. He got his left hand right down on the floor, so stick was flat.
Reverse stick cross comes in, takes a deflection, this time from Fox for a long corner. 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Free hit one, and both those umpires, there was a foot outside says umpire right over on the far side. So England will have the ball.
And Wright feeling that he'd blown the whistle first, so was overruling. As we see here, this is Jackson just trying to tuck inside onto the forehand. Pakistani midfield taking it. You asked the question about whether it should have been a backhand shot or not. From that angle, I feel that it was a good choice. The passing option was covered.
Yeah, Dan Fox covering that other option. Here's Weir now on the end of Jackson's pass. Trying to find the baseline instead. Oh, may still try and force that option. Here's Condon. 1 goal in the game so far. Just pops that one and runs into it. Wins the free hit. No advantage coming.
Well, no, certainly no advantage given. You question whether the umpire blew it a little bit early. He had a drive to the head of the circle.
Reverse stick pick from Brogdon. Has that taken off him though. And Pakistan break with Mohammed Dilba. Getting good leg work back from Lewis. Middleton just playing the 1-2 with Lewis. And now out to Weir.
And Lewis' run showing the importance of high defence. It was actually Lewis running back from the wrong side, so not goal side of the ball, to jab the ball back to his own teammates. You just can't let a team run away from you. If you continue to commit to the legwork, quite often you can get those little nicks that are so important.
Well, England are running away with this game as far as the scoreline goes. 5-0 going in at half-time. Opening goal came from Mark Leghorn. Nick Catlin adding a second, David Condon a third, and it was Barry Middleton who was credited the goal with the 4th. Some debate as to whether Ward got a touch. It was Middleton's reverse stick shot which beat the goalkeeper in off the keeper's pads, and then Alistair Brogdon adding a 5th for England. 5-0 at half-time. No goals as yet in the second half. A missed trap there though on this near touchline from Bhuta. Lewis with acres of room here. Sorry, Simon, as we just build up the next passage of play with Fox.
Yeah, Pakistan, it's just through midfield where they're losing the way. If the ball falls into that front 30-yard area, they seem to have an awareness of where the support's coming from. But as soon as they're caught in their own half with the ball, there's a lack of structure and tactics as to where they're trying to take the ball to manoeuvre the next pass. It's almost just as if the players aren't linking together and there hasn't been the training and to create the awareness.
Pakistan, the silver medalists at this year's 2014 Asian Games, lost out to India, beat them in the pool but lost in the final stages of the tournament. So India getting automatic qualification for Rio 2016. There's a first-time ball into the circle, dealt with by Lewis. This is Leghorn now to Carson. Dixon on that overlapping run. Carson all the way back, doing his defensive duties. Anyway through here, this time for Bhuta. There's that pass in to Butt. Now onto the baseline. Butt keeps driving, and Lewis, the last line of defence for England, will be a long corner for Pakistan.
England have got to get a man into the face of this, because the man's quite capable of delivering long, raking balls into the circle from a disguised slap. Good angles when he comes in at that 45-degree channel. If he's allowed to tuck inside, he can see the penalty spot and therefore deflection opportunities.
Well, this pool's shaping up rather nicely if you're an England fan. A win here for England will take them to the top of the table, ahead of Belgium, who picked up 1 point today against Australia, the world champions and defending champions, remember. We saw there England totally outgunning Pakistan as far as shots go and also as goals converted go. Both sides have their video referral intact if they need to refer to that at any stage.
It just shows the difference in outcomes between the two teams. So circle penetrations 9 for England, 6 for Pakistan. But shots 9 for England, none for Pakistan. So their ability to work the ball well within the circle to create real meaningful chances, much more effective from the white shirts rather than the green shirts.
There's a bobbly ball in from Dixon, and England won't want to foul here. It's a long corner. Pressure put on by Leghorn and Brogdon. Long corner signalled by the umpire. England coming out the aerial route. A little bobbly one there for Lewis to have to deal with in cricket fashion. Square cuts that one away, but only as far as Bhuta. Oh dear, where's that one gone? Well, that was pretty rookie from Ahmed Shakil Butt.
It was rookie from him, I agree completely, but Lewis' earlier pass, a symptom of where England are mentally in this game. Feel they're dominant, He's able to take on some slightly more creative stuff. Coach Crutchley will not be happy.
Catlin wins the free hit. Yeah, England don't want to be complacent here. Just under 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. They still want to get something from this game, whether that's match fitness, just the confidence of passing the ball around the back as they're doing now, just getting that first touch right, which Whiteman doesn't, and England now on the back foot as Pakistan come away down the left-hand flank. It's Lewis again with the cover tackle, has the extra pace, has the fitness, and just plays that ball back into Middleton. Here's Whiteman again. Gleghorn ahead of him, but it's Middleton that receives it. Now Dixon. Scorer Condon playing in Lewis, and Pakistan sitting back here. I guess there's no point in expelling too much energy. Both sides with one pool game still remaining. They'll play that on Tuesday, and England will play Belgium, and Pakistan have a tough game against world champions Australia.
Yeah, having lost to your first two games, one albeit closer to Belgium, and then so far being taken apart by England, you wouldn't fancy having to play the world number ones in your third pool game, would you?
This tournament divided up into two pools, 8 teams in total, including the hosts India, Australia the defending champions, the Netherlands in that other pool, Pakistan and Belgium in this pool, Argentina, the winners of the 2012 Champions Challenge 1, are also here, as well as England and European buddies Germany. Both England and Germany nominated by the FIH Executive Board and invited along to this tournament. Just the one goal in the tournament so far for Pakistan. It came yesterday in Belgium game where they lost by 2-1, and Mohammed Imran scoring that one and only goal. No way through past this England defence yet. Where do they go from here, Pakistan? 3 minutes left in the third quarter. That ball again, a loose pass, which England will now pick up possession on the 23-metre line with Jackson.
Well, Captain Imran's execution of those passes needs to be far more clinical. There's no precision to what he's doing. It's almost like as he comes forward, he throws the ball away off his left and right foot to a teammate without real care for what they're going to do with it once they get it. One of the common problems with a player is if the player is faced with no options themselves, they'll just chuck the ball to somebody else. But they need to know what the outcome of that passage of play is going to be.
Fox stumps one in, looks for the deflection off the bar. Came from Mohammed Imran, the captain, as he looked to sweep it away, actually smacked it onto his own crossbar and could have gone anywhere. What are the chances of that happening? Take a look at this. Comes in from Fox.
He actually plays at that in some way. I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do. I mean, you can suggest nudging it into your own goal to give away a long corner. Crikey, just disbelief at where that's gone.
It's had a rush of blood to the head. Striker's instinct kicking in, despite being a defender. Mohammed Imran tapping that one off the bar. Just under 2 minutes left to play here. It's been quite a sluggish third quarter. England doing all the damage in the first half. All 5 goals coming in it. Goal scorers Gleghorn, Catlin, Condon, Middleton and Brogdon. Catlin peels out, finds Fox, who delivered that last ball flat and hard into the D moments ago. Too many options here, comes out with the reverse stick through Willis. This is Lewis. Jackson there, just the short pass option, and England just retaining possession again. Easy ball into the midfield from Catlin, a little sluggish and lazy from him as well. Lucky to pick up the free hit and looks to take it quickly. Well, the Pakistan players had not retreated 5, no advantage played by the South African umpire Peter Wright, and a sigh from you there, Mace.
I'm sorry, that was just, the whistle went so early. Catlin, lovely little dink into the turf, great skills. The whistle's gone for not being 5, but Catlin was through to the heart of the circle.
Going to add a second goal to his goal tally today, scored on 16 minutes, and here's Dixon now as he looks to get on the score sheet as well. Carries it along the baseline, there's a chance, and then it's Ward that gets the final touch. A third goal in the tournament for Ward, created by Dixon, and England have their 6th just before the end of the third quarter. England 6, Pakistan 0.
Well, Dixon just ran around the outside with one hand. I mean, trying to make it look as easy as possible. Ball doesn't go off, it's still on the pitch, missed tackles, one hand pass. Look at Ward's commitment to score that. Ward, exceptional, he's dived past the defender in front of him to finish that off. It's not great from Irfan, but Sam Ward, eyes on the prize, diving, touching mid-air, past Butt in the goal who could do nothing. That is an exceptional finish.
Well, the two Beeston boys linking up, and Sam Ward getting a third goal of the tournament and a sixth now against Pakistan. He gets his name on the score sheet. That's 6 individual goal scorers now for England in this game against Pakistan. 6 high-quality goals as well. They've absolutely torn Pakistan apart here, and still 15 more minutes to endure for the green shirts. I look forward to those. Well, 2-minute break again called here, and the fourth quarter action on the way. England lead by 6 goals to 0. Well, perfect from England. They absorbed what pressure there was that Pakistan threw at them in that third quarter. It wasn't the most thrilling of spectacles, the third quarter, but they finished strong, and they finished with a goal for Beeston's Sam Ward, his third of the tournament. Linked up, there he is, with his Beeston teammate Adam Dixon, and Ward, the 23-year-old, getting his third goal of the tournament, his third goal in 2 games. What on earth do the Pakistani coaching team do for this fourth and final quarter? They take shade for now because it's still humid and warm out there, but they are running out of ideas, and England just can't stop scoring. Not much for Paddy Smith to do today. The England goalkeeper takes a 2-minute break in his goal. So Simon Mason, how do Pakistan approach this final quarter? 15 minutes left to play, and at the moment, well, drubbing.
It's quite simply, you just have to ignore the scoreline. The coach now needs to set some really clear objectives. What are you going to try and get out of this? If you just simply chase the ball around, you're going to get torn apart even more. Where do you want to play the ball? Out of 10, where do you want to get it to? Go out for 15 minutes, try and do the right things.
England take to the field for the final 15 minutes. Sam Ward, the latest goal scorer for England. Brogdon, Ward, Gleghorn, Middleton, Condon, Catlin, the list goes on. Who's going to add their name to that score sheet? They've all scored, and England lead by 6. There's the whistle which starts the final period of time, the final 15 minutes, the final quarter, and it's the green shirts that get us underway, but Pakistan trail by 6 goals to 0. England with their noses in front, and looking to go on and comfortably win this game and go to the top of this pool. Pool A featuring Australia, Belgium, England and Pakistan. Belgium currently on 4 points at the top of the table, but that will all change when England conclude here and pick up all 3 points, taking them to 6 points and top of the table.
And what highlights that English dominance in this game is the lack of penalty corner goals. The conversion rate from circle entries into shots and therefore goals has been outstanding, probably statistically the highest that England would have seen for a long, long time. Crutchley will be looking for them to create some simple chances, probably 3 or 4 corners in this quarter, so they can run through a couple of options for later on in this tournament.
It'll be a great confidence booster ahead of that final game. It'll be a lot tougher versus Belgium, that's for sure. Smith with a rare touch in this game, just plays it out to Jackson rather casually. No support for Jackson, but in no hurry to get rid of the ball. He'll just show off a bit of fancy skill down there in the corner, but in the end has it robbed off him by Mahmood. Jackson with the final touch, taking it across the sideline. Quick restart from Pakistan, hit the baseline, playing those 1-2s. Here's a chance for Pakistan to get one back. Smith comes and smothers the ball. It's Whiteman that then wins the free hit, so some cool, calm defending in the end, and the England goalkeeper getting his name in amongst the action.
Lovely skills down the baseline, quick 1-2. Paddy Smith out to his left. Well, he's done well there.
Straight down the other end from England, a diving goal to add a 7th. It's end-to-end stuff here. It's 7-0 to England, and it was Brogdon that came sliding in, converting that cross. England now have 7 on the board. Check this one out.
Look at the commitment, what a finish. That's an outstanding connection. Griffiths under his arm, rolls it across. Brogdon, full dive, whips the stick through to smash it past Butt in the Pakistan goal. Beautiful weighted pass. What a great finish. Poor chase defending once again, because Brogdon's accelerated past Tušek to finish.
There's a celebration from Crutchley. It's a second goal too for Ali Brogdon. England 7, Pakistan 0. Well, not good viewing if you're a Pakistani fan watching anywhere around the world, but certainly this will kickstart any England hockey fans back home, and the perfect Sunday gift, really. And obviously the Euro Nations Hockey Championships coming to England in August in 2015, so if you want to see these boys in action, definitely get down to the Lee Valley Hockey Centre, that London 2012 legacy venue. Pakistan come down now along that baseline and win a free hit. England back in numbers, defending with all 11 players, have that 7-goal cushion to defend, and now win the free hit and will build something from the back. So those dates, 21st to the 30th of August. If you're interested in getting down to the Euro Nations Hockey Championships, you can put those in the diary right now. We'll be there with 16 teams, 40 matches, 10 days and 2 trophies to award. And we're expecting a TV audience of about 105 million across Europe. Obviously qualification too for the Olympics, Simon, so that'll be a good one to look forward to on home soil back in England for you and the team.
Yeah, will be indeed, and looking forward to that. Obviously, potentially all the winners from the first day of competition in the men's competition. Yes, they were European, they'll all be there. The women as well, because it's a joint gender competition, so fantastic for England to be hosting something of that nature.
There's a little loose ball there which Lewis has to retrieve. That's Fox over on the far side. England have plenty of numbers back. That's Jackson just sitting in front of Lewis. Middleton comes back towards the ball, giving himself so much space. Catlin again throws one under the arm. Middleton onto Weir. Weir this time outstretched and almost in Brogdon style tried to deflect that ball goal bound. It's all England with 11 minutes to play in this game.
It's almost rugby-esque, that passing down the line under the arm again and again and again to go cross-field.
Good stick skill down the left-hand flank, and it's Shan that's played in, takes on 3 England players. Seeing what that was for, maybe a stick block, I think the umpire signifying that.
It was a stick block, Mike, absolutely. As the ball is carried left to right, the player can quite often put the stick over the top. Shield illegally checking the ball.
Brogdon tries to play that ball into the path of Catlin, but it comes up off his foot. It's done, thump that ball into the midfield, and Rasool.
This was the ball in for Henry Weir, diving full length. The pass from Middleton, probably a yard in front where it needed to be.
Oh, a brace for Ali Brogdon today, scoring England's 5th and 7th goals. Ward, Leghorn, Middleton, Condon and Catlin also scoring. Pakistan trying to just get one back of their own here. It's not going to have any significant impact on this game, but can they still get something from it? Penalty corner, yes they can. So the first corner of the game for Pakistan, and now a chance for England to test their defensive skills. Paddy Smith in goal today for England. Here's how the corner came about. Just a little chip onto the foot there of Ian Lewis from Mohammed Dilber. England converted their first penalty corner of the game through Ashley Jackson. Couldn't do anything with the second. And this is now Pakistan's first corner of the game. Call has come in from the bench. England settled themselves in the England goal. 4 defenders plus Smith, the goalkeeper. Looking at a straight flick here from the head of this, a low flick, and Brogdon gets his stick to it. The #1 runner, quick and out fast to deny Mohammed Imran the shot on goal there.
Yeah, Brogdon getting his body in the right line, but it was his stick that was in advance of his feet for that deflection away for long corner. Pakistan originally suggesting they were going to go to some sort of referral for the foot, but it wasn't.
Just having a look at the games that we've seen so far, the #1 runners are getting out to the head of the D in time and blocking a lot of those shots. We've seen it in all the games so far. Is that a sign that the pitch is playing a little bit slower than usual?
It does suggest it is, because there's certainly more than we've seen in the past.
First time touch to the head of the D, another jab tackle from Middleton to try and take it away from Dilber, but Dilber on the reverse stick finally gets the shot off Ball through now to Ali Shan, and tucked under as Pakistan look for their second corner. And whistle gone here from the umpire. Ali Brogdon needs to take off his shin pads, or those knee pads that he has on. That's what the umpire has stopped play for, with 8 minutes 45 left to go on the big clock, and just under that on the one on your screen. So yeah, just that pace of the pitch. We'll go back to that in a moment, whether you think there is sort of hint that this blue AstroTurf here in Bhubaneswar is playing a little bit slower than some of the others we've seen on the international scene.
Well, they had to keep it very, very well watered because of the conditions, so that the ball runs true, and you can suggest that holds the ball up fractionally. And you're only talking about effective defence being the difference of half a metre. So yeah, the number of players who are getting in the lines of this for that number one run and deflecting the free hits the shots is greater than we've seen before.
Catlin comes back and robs the ball off Rizwan Senior. All the hard work done by England in this first half. They picked up 2 goals in the second half. Reverse stick tackle from Middleton. Doesn't necessarily agree with the umpire's decision. Pakistan have a free hit. It's inside the 23 metres, so it must move that 5 metres. They move back and around, and this time it's Rizwan Jr. Nowhere for him to go. Sideline ball for England. Lewis slaps that one over to the right-hand side. Played forward from Willers. Oh dear, what was he thinking there? Straight into the path, and a great shot. The follow-up, surely. Well, the initial shot from Abbas, the follow-up from Dilber, and really Pakistan should have had a goal there. Good save from Smith.
First save was a good save. It's an awful pass out of defence. Willers, what was he thinking? Choice to come in and shoot, I think it's just about right. However, Dilber's choice here, he had about 3 weeks to control that and shoot. Swing and a miss.
Well, yeah, astonished is, or vexed even, the face of the Pakistani coach as that ball comes whizzing across the face of goal. Carson was near it, Gleghorn also in the middle. There's that ball thumped in. He's just looking for a deflection there from Carson. He could argue that he should have slotted that one home and it should be 8.
Yes, indeed. I mean, that body position is exactly right from Carson. Interesting to see that he got there with no marking.
Yeah, the game just starting to get stretched now, both ends, as Pakistan bring that ball down through Bhuta. Long corner. Into the final few minutes then of this game. Quarter 4 between England and Pakistan. England a comfortable lead, 7-0 with 6 minutes remaining. We're down in the attacking quarter of the pitch now for Pakistan. They'll come around, and England just pushing out slightly higher on that half-court press, and a look at the possession in their opponent's half. So better from Pakistan in the second half. Circle penetrations, well, England have just been more effective. Look at that. 11 shots on target, just the one from Pakistan. Now, Mace, back in your day in the Olympics back in 2000, the likes of Pakistan, think, from the top of my head, beating you 8-1. How things change.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, given that I was in goal at that time.
It wasn't actually me. We've got Ben Barnes who's listening in, who remembers it well. So thanks for that one, Barnesy.
Yeah, I think it's just a highlight of how the programmes have changed. Yeah, as England come away.
There was a little shove in the back there, which gives England the possession back. What do you think's changed then? What is the key factor that's changed in the game and also within the England camp?
Well, if you look at England and Great Britain hockey, lottery funding from 1997 changed the programme massively. The athletes became pretty much full-time. Pakistan, on the other hand, it's gone the other way. There's some conflict between governing bodies, there's some government influence. It's just not clear channels of development. The game within their country domestically has really started to struggle. And England and Great Britain have just gone the other way, and it just shows in the training, the intensity, the coaching development, and that's why you get outcomes such as this. You get that swing over that period.
Here's Ward, one-on-one at the back, plays the ball under the shoulders of Catlin. Is an easy tap in. Oh,
no! My word!
Fluffs his lines, and that should have been 8. Ward should have added a second to his goal tally. It would have been a 4th in the tournament. Outstretched, lovely 1-2 with Catlin here, but
it's that pass that sets it up. Catlin then sees the return. Ward has everything to go for, and that is, for a player of his ability, composure, someone who's done so well. Catlin's reaction, priceless.
I'm just wondering why he went to ground there. He didn't really have to make the lunge, he didn't have to make the dive. Could have just taken all the time in the world and tapped that one in. It's a shame.
It is a shame. However, if we look at how Sam Waugh's done in this tournament, the positions he is getting himself into, that's what's important to see. The goal now is irrelevant to a large extent. As long as he's in those positions, getting the returns, creating the understanding, that's the important thing.
Yeah, I dare say he won't watch that one too many times in the team analysis. Here's Pakistan with a shot at the other end, and that really does prove how critical a miss is in this game. Pakistan have gone straight up the other end and got a deflection goal of their own on the far post. It won't make a huge impact on the score. It's England 7, Pakistan 1. So not too much celebration in the Pakistani camp, but here's the ball that came in from Rizwan Senior. There was a little deflection on the far post from Kadir.
Has that gone through? Oh no, it's gone round Paddy Smith's left foot. Defensively, Dan Fox should have done better on that far post. He's front marking as he should be, and Qadir on that far post can tap it in pretty easily. Nothing Paddy Smith can do. It's across the face of his goal. First shot not going in.
Qadir getting one back for Pakistan. They're on the scoreboard. They scored against Belgium yesterday but lost 2-1, and they've scored just one goal here against England 7. Last Champions Trophy match between these two sides was in 2001, Pakistan winning that game by 6-3 in Rotterdam in 2001. Again, highlighting the difference in these two sides, and well, that far post effort, we would like to have seen more commitment there from Mohamed Wakas, who was on the far end of this. This is the cross, gets in behind the England line, thumped across the field from Bhuta, but Wakas unable to convert. 7-1 it remains.
When you look at that commitment from Wakas to the cross compared to England's commitment on far posts, it sums up stuff we've already talked about, the conditioning and the ability to get into the right positions.
There's Brogdon with a little bobbly ball, which causes all sorts of trouble for the Pakistan defence. Just gathered in the end by Condon. Overlapping run, finds the baseline. Gleghorn with the first time down, played inside the circle. And, well, the Pakistani player thinking that's hit him in the knee, above the shin pad, but it's bounced into the ground, is what Gleghorn is saying. We'll get a TV referral here towards the end of this game as well. What's the question?
Pakistan are claiming that it is dangerous.
Yeah, so we're asking, is the ball in dangerous? Yes, Gleghorn played it into the ground, but that doesn't matter because it's still lifted. Doesn't matter, it goes down to come up. It looks like it hits the thigh to me on first sight. That to me, well, it's not particularly quick. I know that's in slow-mo before anybody says. However, to me, I wouldn't say that that is dangerous, so I'd stay by the corner, but we never know what the interpretation will be. It's high, but is it hard and dangerous?
Peter, I have a decision for you. There's no clear reason to change your decision.
No clear reason to change the decision, and Peter Wright of South Africa awards the penalty corner. Up step Ashley Jackson, who is on the field to try and make this 8-1 in England's favour. England jamming the circle. They've got Gleghorn up there as well. Ward and Griffiths away to the left-hand side. There's Lewis waiting at the injection spot. Brogdon on the far right-hand side. It'll be Fox to stick stop. Pakistan behind the line then. No early break required here. It's Gleghorn now from the head of the D. Keeps it low and wide, misses the target. Really needed to find it there. It was a well-executed corner from England, but just the final touch not on target from Gleghorn.
Yeah, it just pulls through it too hard. It's one of those moments when you've got so many opportunities, you're a little bit wound up about the opportunity to score. You feel you should, and you just push the right hand through a little bit too much.
Lovely bit of control from Griffiths. Takes it on the reverse stick shot, and
That's a great finish.
Finds the backboard at full tilt, at full stretch. Chris Griffiths adds his name to the score sheet, and England have a staggering 8 goals in their second game. England 8, Pakistan 1.
That's cutting across the circle. This is what does the damage. Pick and turn, straight across the top, changes the angle, stick tackles raining in. Goalkeeper caught going the wrong way. Nothing I think he could really have done anyway, but his weight's going right as the ball goes to his left. Extends with his left hand, but body weight going the other way. Look, there's a step to his right before the ball goes in. And that clatters the bottom corner.
His first England goal then, Chris Griffiths, adding his name to the score sheet. England have 8, and there's just a couple of minutes left to play here in Bhubaneswar. It has been a dominant performance from England, who coming into this game had only played Pakistan 5 times in Champions Trophy format. Pakistan winning 3 of those, England winning 2. England will now level those honours, and there'll be 3 apiece as far as the Champions Trophy goes. Pakistan have possession. Will they try and search for another goal here in those dying moments? Calm head from Fox, looks to play Ward forward. Has Ward got the legs to get there first? No, he hasn't. Just ducked inside and played by Irfan.
Well, that's one of those moments from a relatively inexperienced player, Sam Ward, legging it to try and put pressure down that left-hand side, but in doing so overcooked it and then has to do a 40-yard run back. If he just simply checked his sprint 2 yards shorter than where the ball went off the pitch, he'd have denied any sort of outward pass for men in green.
There's Catlin without his Rambo bandana. Still beard intact though, as that ball comes up dangerously off Henry Weir. So, job well done. No George Pinner playing today. Patrick Smith, who had a few saves to make there in the second half, has conceded a penalty corner here though with his defence. The final play of the day for England and Pakistan will be a penalty corner, and it goes Pakistan's way. Let's have a look what it was for. There's the ball that comes in, another lifted ball. Yeah, onto the foot there of Dan Fox. That's what it's been given for.
Fox, absolutely. Konan Munga right on top of it. Henry Weir did everything he possibly could to deflect the shot away. Paddy Smith not at fault. He had to come out and do something about the first ball in.
So let's see if Pakistan can finish on a high. 19 seconds remaining. The clock stopped, remember, for penalty corners and goals in this tournament. And there's 3 seconds now until Pakistan have to take the penalty corner. Can they convert from the head of the D? Here it comes. Looking for that low flick. Offload this time, and they score. So a goal for Pakistan right at the death. A well-worked penalty corner to make it England 8, Pakistan 2. Again, not too many celebrations in the Pakistani camp. That'll be the final play, but what a play it was from Pakistan, running circles around the England defence and then making light work.
That's the spin routine that we saw them do against Belgium to win their penalty stroke. Off the top, spun round the feet from Tuchek, and all of a sudden a flick down past Paddy Smith's right foot rather than the left that created the stroke against Belgium. Difficult to defend against.
So it is Mohamed Irfan that adds a second for Pakistan. Doesn't have a huge impact again on the scoreline. Pakistan have been outplayed here by England. But Irfan getting that penalty corner goal right at the death to make it 8-2, the final score. 7 goal scorers for England, including that man there. Final score at the end of this one. England 8, Pakistan 2. So a good day in the office for England. They can enjoy a rest day tomorrow ahead of their final pool game, which they will play against Belgium. That is going to be an exciting game to look forward to. If you want to join us for that one, it's 2 o'clock local time, Tuesday the 9th of December. Pop it in the diary, and we will see England take on Belgium in the final group game. They jump Belgium now, of course, in the table, go to 6 points, 2 wins from 2 for England. Belgium just behind them with 1 win and 1 draw on 4 points. Pakistan still looking to pick up their first points of the tournament. Losses yesterday against Belgium and today against England. There is the full-time confirmation of the score. It's England 8, Pakistan 2. So what a game that was. A dominant performance from England in the end against Pakistan in game 2, Simon.
Yeah, and some really clear phases to the game. Patience through the first 15, just to build up a platform to attack from. That goal right at the end of the first quarter led into an amazing second quarter and a bucket load of goals.
Yeah, goals and goals galore. As we mentioned, 7 different scorers, 8 goals. This is the second half goals for you, with Dixon one-handed round the back there, sets up his Beeston teammate Ward to convert. That first goal in the second half. Dixon on hand. What a bit of skill that was to tee up Ward. What about this as well? Full stretch, Ali Brogdon adding a second after he scored England's 5th, added England's 7th. There he is at full stretch. Nothing the keeper could do despite diving at full tilt to his left. Pakistan did have some sort of reply, and there it was, that deflection goal from Mohammed Aslan Kadir. Ball coming in from Mohammed Rizwan Senior, and the deflection goal up the other end. Individual skill and individual brilliance for England's 8th. It was Chris Griffiths, the tomahawk shot nestling into the bottom left as we saw it there from behind the goalkeeper. And then the final play of the day, Pakistan working a penalty corner through Mohammed Irfan. That to make the score 8-2. So Pakistan finishing on a high. They're still pointless in the tournament, and England go to the top of the table. Pakistan rooted to the bottom with 1 game to play in the pool. There's a look at the full-time stats. 8 goals for England, 2 for Pakistan, 13 shots in total. And, well, the possession there fairly even in the second half. England converting through Ashley Jackson from one of those 2 penalty corners. 0 from 2 from Pakistan is actually 1 from 2. They're the final score. So still plenty more hockey to look forward to, including the hosts India in action. But let's head down pitch side now with Debayan Sen for the Hero Man of the Match award. Let's head there now.
Yes, thank you. Welcome to the post-match presentation for this Hero Champions Trophy 2014 match between England and Pakistan. What an emphatic victory for England. A big round of applause for the English. I have with me Martin Gallivan, who is competitions manager of the International Hockey Federation, and he'll make the presentation of the Hero Man of the Match trophy, as well as the cash prize of $25,000 to Nick Catlin of England. Nick, you had a little more trouble with the check than you did with the match. Outstanding performance, 2 consecutive great performances against former champions. 11 goals scored, 3 conceded. Can't get much better.
No, an excellent team performance today. It can often look easy when the score line's like that, but we worked incredibly hard, moved the ball around quickly, and yeah, it was really good.
Being 5-0 up at halftime, what was the team talk like in the dressing room?
More of the same, really. We didn't want to take our foot off the gas. We were looking to play the same kind of hockey, score more goals, and really put them to the sword.
As you said, it was a tremendous team effort, but this is an individual award. Anybody special that you would want to dedicate this to?
Not really. Just the team, I think. We're playing some really good hockey at the moment. Allows me to kind of the freedom to play how I play. Yeah, so it's all about the team.
Well, 2014 has been a great year for English hockey, and I'm sure you must be looking to finish top of the pool. A big match against Belgium coming up.
Yeah, we look to win every match we play. So the final pool game against Belgium will be no different. So yeah, no, looking forward to the challenge.
Any team that you would be a little bit worried about facing in the quarterfinals?
Not really, no. It's the top 8 teams in the world, so every team here has the quality to kind of beat anyone. So we'll look to win every game we play here.
Well, all the best for Tuesday. Have a good rest tomorrow.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
And we look forward to it as well. There's Dan Fox in amongst the England players celebrating that 8-2 victory against Pakistan. It's 2 wins from 2 now for England, which sets them to the top of the table. England there, 6 points. They're 2 points clear of Belgium, who picked up a draw today and a point against Australia. Australia, who lost yesterday to England in that opening game. Pakistan, 2 losses from 2 games as they go into the final game. England's in the pool stages against Belgium. Pakistan's will be against Australia. All that to look forward to. On Tuesday, of course, the players have a day off tomorrow, and there are still 2 games to look forward to, though, here on day 2 of the Hero Champions Trophy. They're the results from the day. Belgium 4, Australia 4, and then that 8-2 victory, convincing 8-2 victory in the end. England high flying there as we go into the second half of the day then, with a 5:30 p.m. match for Germany and the Netherlands, another all-European affair. We look forward to that one. That's our next game, 5:30 local time, if you can join us for it. Argentina take on the host India, who missed narrowly last night, that 1-0 defeat, meaning they still are pointless in the tournament. Could they pick up their first points? The hosts in action, 7:30, and make sure you come back and join us for that one. From all of us here, bye for now.